Three large plates are arranged as shown. Okay, how much charge will flow through the key K if it is enclosed? Okay, how much charge will flow through the key K if it is closed? Okay, so basically we have to find out the amount of charge flowing when the key is closed. But before the key is closed, understand that there will already be a distribution of charge. Let me draw the same diagram again. There is no connection between the first and the second. If I say that the total charge on the plate 1 is equal to Q, and I assume that on both the sides it will be equal to Q by 2 and Q by 2. For plate 2Q it will be equal to Q and Q, and for the third plate it will be 0 because there is no charge induced. Okay. Now over here the charge will be induced between the first capacitor, between the inner plates of the capacitor, such that equal amount of charge, equal and opposite, their charge developed is equal to equal and opposite. That is, if this plate is charged by Q1, this plate should have a charge minus Q2. Okay, sorry, minus Q1. Okay, and if this plate has a charge Q2, this plate should have a charge of minus Q2. Okay, while obeying the law of over here, the law of conservation of charges. Okay, so basically I can say that there is positive charge over here Q. Okay, let me first concentrate on the first capacitor, that is on the left. So there is positive charge Q. So since this is a bigger charge, it will induce a negative charge, okay, negative Q on the right hand side of the first plate. This is the first, this is the second, and this is the third plate. So over here the total charge on the first plate becomes Q by 2 minus Q is equal to minus Q by 2. Okay, so Q1 over here is equal to minus Q by 2. So this will be equal to plus Q by 2. Okay, this over here will be equal to plus 2Q by 2. So the charge on the left hand side of the first plate, by law of conservation of charges, Q by 2, and the charge on the right over here is equal to minus Q by 2. Okay, the charge on the right hand side over here is equal to minus Q by 2. Okay, or Q should be equal to minus Q by 2 plus the charge developed on the left hand side of the plate. So Q will come out to be 3Q divided by 2. So there is 3Q divided by 2 charge on the left hand side of the first plate. Okay, for the second plate also, if I apply the law of conservation of charges, so it will be equal to Q by 2, that is positive, plus on the right hand side let the charge be equal to Q. It is equal to the total charge is equal to 2Q. So Q over here will be equal to 3Q divided by 2. So there is 3Q divided by 2 charge developed on the right hand side of the second plate. So on the left hand side of the third plate there will be a charge of negative 3Q divided by 2, and on the right hand side of the plate, because the total charge is 0, it will be equal to positive 3Q divided by 2. These are the total charges developed on each plate even before I connect the switch. Okay, even before I connect the switch. Okay, when I connect the switch over here, okay, let the charges developed over here be equal to, I will draw this circuit again. Okay, now the charge on each plate are, initial charge on each plate are, okay, on the first plate there is 3Q divided by 2 on the left, negative Q by 2 on the right. On the center plate there is positive Q by 2 on the left, 3Q by 2 on the right. On the third plate there is negative 3Q by 2 on the left and 3Q by 2 on the right. As soon as I close this switch, let the charges developed be equal to Q1 dash plus Q2 dash plus Q3 dash. Now first of all consider that the center plate has not been attached. Okay, the center plate is totally isolated, so the total charge on the center plate will remain same. Okay, the total charge on the center plate will remain same. Again if I apply the same law, that is I have applied, that is on the right hand side of the, that is the total charges inside the capacitor should be equal and opposite in magnitude. Let this be equal to Q1 dash. So this will be equal to also, or let this be equal to minus Q1 dash as we have taken earlier. This will be equal to Q1 dash. This will be over here equal to Q2 dash, and on the right, on the left hand side of the second plate it will be equal to negative Q2 dash. Okay, now the total charge on the center plate remains same, so I can say that Q1 dash plus Q2 dash will be equal to 2Q. Okay, this will not change. Okay, let this be equation number 1. We will use this later. Okay, this is the first equation. Now when first and the third plate are connected, I can say that the potential difference between second and the first plate is equal to potential difference between second and the third plate. Okay, that is, I can say Q1 dash divided by C1 is equal to Q2 dash divided by C2. Okay, now let this be the second equation. Now what are the capacitance? Now we just want the ratio of the capacitance. If you see, capacitance is given by the formula A epsilon naught divided by D. Okay, that is, it is inversely proportional to D. So C1 by C2 is equal to D2 by D1. The distance between the plates, second and the third plate over here, is more. Okay, so I can say it is 2D, and distance between the first and the second plate is D. So C1 by C2 is equal to 2. Okay, so C1 is equal to 2 times C2. Let me substitute in this equation. Okay, Q1 dash divided by 2C2 is equal to Q2 dash divided by C2. C2 will get cancelled out. So basically I can say that Q2 or Q1 dash is equal to 2 times Q2 dash. Okay, Q1 dash is equal to 2 times Q2 dash. So Q1 dash will be equal to Q1 dash over here will be equal to 2. If I substitute this value, it will be equal to 2Q divided by 3. Okay, or Q2 dash will be equal to Q2 dash over here will be equal to 2Q divided by 3, and Q1 dash will be equal to 4Q divided by 3. Okay, these are the total charges. Okay, 4Q divided by 3 and 2Q divided by 3. Okay, now what will be the charges that is developed? Okay, that is 2Q divided by 3 and 4Q divided by 3. These are the charges developed. Okay, now over here they have asked, okay, what is the main question? In the main question they have asked how much charge will flow through the key if the K is closed. Okay, if the K is closed over here, some amount of the charge will flow from the first to the second part. Okay, now initially the total charge on the second part was equal to 0, and initially the total charge on the first part was Q. Okay, so it will be equal to, if I want to find out the charges, it will be equal to, now the charges developed is equal to, now the charge on the left hand side is equal to, now the charge on the left hand side was initially equal to minus Q by 2. Okay, minus Q by 2. Okay, so it is equal to minus Q by 2. Okay, initial charge it was minus Q by 2. Okay, plus over here, or I can say it is equal to minus 4Q divided by 3. Okay, that is the total charge, that is the final charge developed on the right hand side of the plate. Okay, that is the final charge over here I have calculated. Okay, which is equal to 4Q divided by 3. Okay, which can be written as negative Q by 2 plus 4Q divided by 3. Okay, so it will be simply equal to negative 3 plus 6. Okay, negative 3. Okay, it will be equal to 4Q divided by 3. So negative 3 plus 8, which is equal to 5Q divided by 6. This much amount of the charge flows through the switch when it is closed.